It's 11 o'clock. I want to get started. And just thank you for coming here. I'm really excited to share about some of the things that I've learned from this trip. Okay, so let me get started. Now, 3 weeks ago, in Motivational Monday, hi Sue, in Motivational Monday number 200, I talked about lessons from mountains, and I ended up by saying that I would be climbing Mount Ararat in Turkey in August. Well, I got back on the 24th of August, and as usual, I had some new experiences, new lessons about leadership, okay, about life and leadership. Now, today I want to focus on some powerful lessons that are relevant to success in the new skin business and in life. I'm not going to be talking about the trip itself. Okay, I think one day maybe we can hold a talk about that, or you can go to my Facebook page and see an account day by day. Okay. But today I want to focus on some powerful lessons that are relevant to success in life and in the new skin business. Now, in new skin, we have a huge opportunity in the opening of the India market. Okay, this is a huge elephant, and elephants get huge because they don't like being eaten, and so no one has been eating them, so they get bigger and bigger. And to eat an elephant like this, we need to have a huge appetite to get beaten by this elephant that doesn't want to be eaten. Okay, so we're gonna get bashed up. It's gonna be tough, and we need to have this huge appetite and this determination. We also can't eat the elephant alone, so teamwork is vital. So I want to be talking about teamwork. And in life, with artificial intelligence, with AI today, with the way global politics is evolving, being so contentious, confrontational, with global warming and its problems, and with the stresses of living in the 21st century, we really need resilience to pull through, to never give up in our journey to success. Because as we evolve, as we get better, life should be better. Okay. Now, I chose to climb Mount Ararat for 3 reasons. The first is for challenge, force myself to keep fit, to learn how to handle fear, and to be able to flourish, because with challenge, there is growth. So I want to flourish in the remaining years of my life. The second reason I wanted to climb Mount Ararat was camping. This is just a pure personal pleasure. I love the outdoors. I love eating food outdoors, so I just wanted to do that. And there's a third reason, of course, why I did it with 15 other people, is for companionship. First of all, it's an opportunity to climb with Jackie, my mate, and then also to climb with the mountain tourists who have been my motivation to be and do more in life for a long time. Okay. Now, this trip, just a few things about this trip very quickly. We did not have enough information, so we were not, and I was not fully prepared for the difficulty involved. Because there's not enough information, I didn't do enough training, so it was a sweat. Okay, some people say no sweat, climb up this little hill. It was a sweat for me, and we didn't have enough guides, so it was just up to us. When you don't have enough guides, you have less flexibility. So these were some of the difficulties in the trip. But my biggest lessons, my new insight about teamwork, was learned because there were not enough guides. So it turned out to be a good thing. I wouldn't have learned these lessons I'm going to share if we had enough guides. Okay. Now, what was challenging? The terrain was not just steep, but sandy and rocky, making the descent slow and dangerous. Of course, it makes the ascent tough, but the climbing up against gravity is always tough. So I want to share with you some pictures just to let you have an idea of how difficult it is. Okay. Okay, so this is the opening slide. I'm going to talk about high performance lessons from Mount Ararat. This is Mount Ararat. Okay. And just a couple of pictures, tourist pictures before we go. So this is us 16 of us. This is Mount Ararat in the distance. And so that was the mission. The purpose was to climb Mount Ararat, but there was a second mission, and that was to discover Noah's Ark. So here, we bring back the animals to bring to, in case we find Noah's Ark, rehabilitate them in the in the Ark. Okay, now the schedule required a 6 to 7 hour ascent from Camp 2, the high camp, to the summit, then a 4 to 5 hour descent to Camp 2, then another 3-hour descent to Camp 1. That's a total of 13 to 14, 15 hours on our feet, with about 3,000 meters elevation gain. The summit push was exhausting for most people. Three of the 11 people who attempted the summit, they came down with altitude sickness, AMS. I was very tired after the first hour, and I was wondering, how am I going to climb another 5 hours? And this was really the first time I had doubt whether or not I would summit. But I told myself, just put one foot in front of the next. And after the descent down to Camp 2, so that was another 4 hours come down to Camp 2, I was wondering how I'm going to walk another 1,000 meters down in just afterwards 1.5 hours rest. Okay, so here I want to share with you some videos. Okay, okay, so this is high camp. You see how an idea what high camp. I hope there's sound. Is there sound? Okay, let me just stop sharing. I didn't put sound on just now. Okay. Okay, the sound was not on just now, but it's okay. So you had an idea of how rough it is at high camp. Okay, so this was some of the rocky terrain. Okay, so that's Sipe, who's a very experienced climber. This is an example of the rocky terrain. So the thing about rocky terrain is it's hard to come up, but coming down is even more difficult because you can't really move fast. You have to move very carefully, and it's also very the soil is also very loose, so you can slip. Okay, this is when we started to the summit. Early part, the people from the camp, they were still within sight, they could see. And you want to see this chap down here. I don't know who it is. Looks suspiciously like me with a black jacket. But anyway, bend double already right at the start. It's so much effort, we're bend double. And this is not really steep. Okay, this is well, it didn't look very steep on here. Okay. This is now we're looking at, we finally, we've been climbing for about 4 hours plus. We are in the last 200 meters of elevation. And it's on the snowy part, which is flat. Okay. Hang on. Okay. So it doesn't look very steep, but it is quite steep. We're moving so slow because we are really pretty exhausted already.
Well done, King Ling. Hey, who's this 爸爸长
That's Jackie.
Oh, it's Jackie. Hey, who's behind you?
That's me.
Ah,
Okay, so we finally submitted, and it was very, very cloudy. And this is myself, Jackie, and HT.
New skin, discover the best you. Hooray!
Okay, so this is HT. Finally, after 11 hours, he's reaching high camp.
Hey, HD! How do you feel, HD?
Exhausted.
Oh, wow, well done.
You guys make the right decision.
HT said, "You think you guys did the right thing by not coming." Okay, this is
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Tingling
Well
and
done, mother
Ethan.
and daughter team.
her
Xian and Tingling.
Tingling is is 60 something, 62, and Lee Sian is about 26, 27 years old. And this is Jackie arriving.
Welcome back, Jackie. Are you glad I didn't go?
Okay, very a lot of helpful people to someone who really needs support coming down. That's how exhausted she looks. Okay, and this is what Jackie WhatsApp to our kids. It's the mother of grueling climbs we have ever climbed. Rocks all the way, no joke, except for the last bit of snow. Every step I was thinking of giving up. Okay. This is for someone who's really quite fit. So this is me. I arrive at Camp 2. This is, of course, I'm conscious there's a camera. I don't know how come I'm conscious. Someone has said, I'm taking a picture of you. So there's me smiling. But this is really how I felt. Okay. Pretty beat up. Okay. Okay. So, two factors were key to all of us submitting. So 11 of us, two factors were key to all 11 of us submitting. Okay. The first factor is just not thinking of anything else, but just taking the next step. Okay, taking the next step. And then keeping close to the person in front. Okay, keeping close to the person in front. In my Facebook post, I wrote, actually, I'm so sorry. When I was just keeping close to the person in front, many times I was just staggering forward. I have no energy. In my Facebook post, I wrote, the question would return. I mean, as I walk, this question would keep coming back to me. How am I ever going to submit this time? It was that mystery of the final outcome that kept my mind alive. That's what I wrote. And you know what? Shami, who herself is undergoing a grueling radiation and chemotherapy treatment for tongue cancer, climbing her own mountain, told me how much this idea helped her. She said, the word mystery of the final outcome opened my mind to surrender to that mystery, to find that not knowing about what was going to happen and being prepared to face it anyway eased my mind. Okay? So there are some times when you really don't know how it's going to end up, but you just take one step at a time. And so that was the lesson for me, taking one step at a time. And I want to share with you just some quotes on that. Okay. John Wanamaker said, one may walk over the highest mountain one step at a time. Donny Osmond, Donny Osmond, he said, if you're climbing the ladder of life, you go rung by rung, one step at a time. Don't look too far up. Set your goals high, but take one step at a time. Sometimes you don't think you're progressing until you step back and see how high you've really gone. Okay. Now, the second lesson that I learned, and this was the big one, is about moving together. So like a chain, because we kept together, we were linked together, and we were pulled along by a common intention to move forward. I like the word pull because we talk about pushing someone through. Well, this is about being pulled through. So like you got no effort to push anything. You're just being drag through. Okay, and so because we had this common intention to move forward, because we were keeping close, somehow we were pulled all the way by the guide, until we reached the summit. If we had moved in groups of 2s or 3s, which usually happens during a descent, you break up and you go your own time. If we'd been moving in groups of 2 or 3, I feel most of us would have quit, because we just have conversations with each other and then we just quit. So this was the second important success life lesson, and that is staying close together will pull us to success. And I want to share with you just quickly some quotes as I finish. Henry Ford said, "Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success." He also said, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. And I chose this picture of people holding a briefcase because it's about success in business and all that. Okay, and of course, the African proverb, this is so appropriate. Everyone is staying together. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Another quote from Becca Schertel, she said, "Together, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results." Okay, so we were ordinary people, not superbly fit, but because we stayed together, we could achieve this extraordinary result, of summiting the mountain. Okay, and finally, this Corey Robertson said, "I truly believe when we stand together, we stand a chance." Okay, and just this illustration of that if we are united, nobody falls, but we need to move together. So that was the other lesson: sticking together and moving together. Okay, that's all I have time for. I actually want to share with you, and I'll share separately a little 3-minute podcast by David Goggins, where he interviews Andrew Huberman, who's Dr. Andrew Huberman, who's a neuroscientist, and he talks about the function of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, okay, in facing challenge and what challenge does for us. I'll play that another time for you. Okay, so tomorrow is Tuesday Tips. Okay, it's going to be by Hwee Suan on a very important topic of a mountain to climb that we have to climb. Okay, so I hope that you look forward to coming in tomorrow, and I want to bid you farewell. Okay, bye bye everyone.